soldered one accelerometer plus gyro scope
Oh, cool. So
and
you can mount it onto-
MP3 shield onto one surface. And my initial idea is to, when you flip the box, you can control the music playing. And so it will be initially like this. And when you flip it, it will start playing. And it will pause like this and go to next like this, go back like this, and change volume while rotating it. So I just finished the stop and pause part.
Oh, cool.
So, and it sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why. So I haven't finished putting it inside. So I just flick it. Uh, all right. Yay. Yay.
That's
Hooray.
awesome. Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to continue programming it.
Are all those pieces interlocking? Like you could use any side parts of your box?
What do you mean?
Like could you switch them around? Or do they need to be in that specific place?
Yes. There's a.
No, of that box.
Ah, right. The idea is to flip the box. rather
No, I
than
mean
this
in
one.
putting it together, like
Could you put this on another side?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that side now would be your starting side.
Right.
Like it would be your side.
No, I was just wondering about how they were interlocking.
She's asking about the construction of the box, like is it
oh.
a modular construction?
This box. There's a website for it.
Okay.
Called Box Maker, and you can go in and it will generate. You can input the size of the box, and it will generate this for you.
They're all like one. There's the same piece. Yeah.
That's what I was
Yep. They're like
Honestly,
one.
that's so cool. If there were like
So it's a good way to
smaller
make boxes without
MP3
having to
boxes,
make
I'll
hinges.
definitely get one. It's really cool.
Yeah, I actually spend a lot of time fixing the conflicting pings.
Yeah.
Because the gyroscope and the MP3 shield uses the same pin, which is digital pin 2. And I tried a lot of methods to solve it. Like, I first think the MP3 shield doesn't need the pin 2, so I bend the pin out and have this pin go into the Arduino, and the MP3 shield doesn't work. So it definitely needs it, and I tried to go into the MP3 shield library to modify the pin, and it doesn't work. So I finally realized that this gyroscope uses the pin number 2 for its for interrupt. So Arduino has 2 pins for interrupt, which is 2 and 3. So I switched the 2 to 3, so it works now.
So the interrupt pins are pins that allow the microcontroller to do multitasking. And so they can interrupt, instead of delaying something else, they can interrupt one activity to let something else run. So this is what allows it to like switch between things and run things simultaneously. But it has limited capabilities of doing that. And so you only have pin 2 or pin 3, which if you now know, check in your, if you use somebody else's libraries, that's one thing to check for when you're like starting to stack different shields and different libraries, because it's very possible that all of those libraries are using some kind of interrupt to multitask, and so you run into this conflict. So thankfully, for that, only one of the two devices was
Right.
using interrupts, so she was able to use the other pin, but otherwise you would run into that issue. And that's like an issue with all the Arduino boards. You don't have a whole lot of interrupts on hand, so. And sometimes, like, people, when you go through their libraries, we were looking at the libraries, and they have declared all their pins, but they're using naming that might not match what you think they mean. So, like, they might be saying something pin, and like, that's, you think that's like a, you know, one of the things was like interrupt pin, and you think that's the interrupt pin they're using, but they actually use the words to describe something else. So naming also, when you write a library, when you write code to share with people, is very important, so that you can make sure that people really understand what you're using things for.
Well, this